Hello everyone, Dr. Victoria Skirbo here. I'm talking to you from my desk at the Seeds of Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Just getting my phone out of the way. I'm burning some Palo Santo, which is I think it's like a cedar from South America. It's kind of like what the indigenous Indians of South America used to clear a space, kind of the way sage is used here in the northern in North America to clear the space. So we're here. It's June 3rd today. I'll just put that over there. I have all my altars lit. I have my altar to progressive values lit with Bernie back there and RBG, and just some symbology back there, one of my altars. And I have up there lit, up there, that is actually part of the well, I was going to say that's part of the Taurus new moon altar, but that is actually in my office. I mean, in my treatment room. So that's lit too. You can't see it, but it's lit. And that's just, I just like to put fun, smelly things up there. So I had an interesting conversation, I guess, interaction, I want to say, with my brother-in-law. He is the husband of my sister who passed 2019, 2020, 2018. Oh my God, I should know. It's going to be 3 years. It's going to be 3 years that she's passed. And he was, we were having a back and forth in an email, and he was talking about COVID. And while he knows that we all have to die sometime, he would prefer not to have to die hooked to a machine in complete isolation and dying by himself. And it struck me, as well as that has been the reality for many people who have suffered from COVID. In fact, I lost a brother-in-law to COVID a few months ago. He left a wife and 2 children, and it's hard. It's really hard. I don't think there is a person out there that hasn't been touched in some way, either through having it, having somebody they love get it, having somebody they love die from it, or just be very sick from it. I have a friend of mine who has a practice in Brooklyn. She's had many patients pass away from it. She's also had many patients who have gotten it, who now have permanent issues and permanent damage. So this is a serious thing that we have going on now. And there are a lot of people out there that want to deny the existence, or they see it's some sort of plot by somebody. But really, I have my own theories about COVID. And I've done I did a video back when it was just beginning, and it was a really good video, but they took it off. And I think they took it down because it was such an unknown entity at that time that perhaps they thought the video would, I don't know, create a panic or be giving false information. I think it was the video I did using numerology and Kabbalah. I think it was that video. But of course, it was a year ago, so I don't remember. I guess I could look back. But I don't have a lot of time to look back these days. I just have enough time to deal with what's in front of me for the most part, with a little bit of planning for the future, which I think perhaps we all kind of think that way now. We're all sort of like, well, let me just work on a plan and we'll see if it works in the future, because the future is so unstable, right? But what you focus on is what you bring into your life. And so it's a good idea to have some sort of plan, but it needs to be a loose plan. You know, it needs to just be loose and open and directive in a way, but not too contained, I think. So what I thought I would do now that, COVID is actually, excuse me, I got a new chair. Thanks to, except I'm trying to lift it up. I guess it's up as far as it's going to go. That was the problem. I didn't have the arms up. Thanks to my watchers and the increase in my practice, my astrology Kabbalah practice, teaching and doing readings, I've been able to, purchase a few things that I've wanted to purchase for a while. One of them is a good chair to sit in. So thank you, everybody. But I thought now it would be a good time to do another reading on COVID, and perhaps what is it that we are to learn from this experience, from this COVID experience? I'm going to use the Wild Unknown Tarot. Why not? So let's see. Let's see what the cards say. And hopefully this video will stay up and it won't get taken down. Okay. What is COVID? What is COVID here to teach us? What are we to learn from this experience? Let's ask the cards. What do we need to be aware of? What do we need to learn from this experience? All right. So a shout out to all my watchers. I just did a June video. Welcome to Crazy Town is what I called it. And thank you for all your kind comments on that one. Okay. We have a rainy day today here. We had 2 nice days, and now it's raining again. And I guess there's a storm coming through today. They're concerned with maybe possible tornadoes, hail, etc. So hopefully we'll be safe here, and that won't be a problem. Putting an energetic sort of circle around this property and this town and this area, that everybody stays safe, and that the damage is kept to a minimum if there is to be damage. You can control the weather with your the weather is proportional to the emotions of the collective. So you wonder why things are nuts and the weather's nuts, right? We have a lot more control than we think we do. But we also have to do other stuff. There's practical things that we need to do, like stop cutting down trees. How about that? Stop deforesting the the forests. That would be nice. Okay, let's see. COVID. Well, okay, that's good. Sorry. So we have a Tower moment here, obviously. The Tower card is a card that is the energy of destruction comes from above here. And this is a wake-up call. And it is a reminder to us as to who we truly are. This is the 16-7 vibration. And the 7, if there was a mantra for the 7, it would be know thyself. And so this COVID experience has forced us to a certain extent, isolate, which is a 7 experience. Look within, which is a 7 experience. And really see who we truly are. Spirit having a human experience. It is associated in the tree of life with the planet Mars. Mars deals with our aggression. Mars deals with our actions. Mars deals with our anger. And we have, right now, we have Chiron in Aries, which is ruled by Mars. The last time Chiron was in Aries was the 60s, and hold on one second. I'll be right up. Okay. I'm doing a video. All right. Yeah, thanks. Chiron in Aries is a key factor to this whole thing, is what I'm getting from this. So Chiron is a wound. Chiron is a sense, there's always a sense of abandonment with Chiron. Mythologically, Chiron was rejected by his mother because he was half horse and half man. And she was terrified by the whole thing, and she left him and turned herself into a linden tree. And so very often Chiron is seen teaching under a linden tree. And so there's this energy of learning from the wound, teaching from the wound, healing. And there is an energy of the wound of incarnation, leaving the unity of all things and having to come down into this world, which is frankly not the most, well, it's certainly not Eden, is it? Although, if you go out into nature, like I do every morning in my garden, it's an Eden-esque experience. So Eden is there, Eden is here, heaven is on earth. But when we separate ourselves and we create these towers of who we think we are as opposed to who we actually are, we have to have a tower experience to bring us down to earth, really. To bring us down to earth and have us look at what we are doing, Mars. How we are acting, Mars. How we are treating one another. How much war and how much hate and how much anger and how much destruction do we need to have? Interestingly enough, this is Trump's soul vibration. But in case you happen to have that soul vibration and you're concerned, it's also RBG's soul vibration. So it isn't what it is, it's how you use it. Let's see what's crossing. We have the 6 of Pentacles. The challenge here is how to distribute the resources so that it's fair. So the challenge is fair distribution of resources. When I did my reading with Marianne, she asked me the question about vaccines and such. And of course, you know, medical science is pretty good. I mean, it's amazing how fast we got vaccines. Of course, there was a lot of work in that. It's not like it was a brand new technology. I'm sure that the technology was there, but they took a the Trump administration took a lot of the things that would normally, oh, you got to wait this long and you got to do this and then, so he sort of broke down some of the rules of how to get it out there, which is one of the reasons why some people don't trust it. But I think it's good science. I think it's good science. But of course, I'm not an expert, and I know that there are people out there, watchers myself, who know more than I do, who don't think it's good science. So I'm aware of that. But I had the vaccine. I'm waiting to have my second one in 2 weeks, I think, a week or two. So I'm that's where I'm at, and I don't want to influence anybody in where they're at, because it has to feel good to, has to feel right to you. It has to feel right to you. And I didn't feel it in my mind. I felt it in my heart and in my body, and it felt right. So I did it. We'll see. Maybe it was the wrong choice. I don't know. But when I did that reading with Marianne, I spoke of, for the places where, science has sway, or that they can do things, or that they have the money for the science, then that'll work. But for the rest of the world, we're going to have to find a better way. It's not just about vaccines. It's about our relationship to the planet. And in this case, fair distribution of resources is a key part. Because people will live at whatever level they're offered, but they're not going to live well, and they're not going to live healthy. And what we do to the least of our brothers, we do to ourselves. So let's see what's at the root. Interesting, the Three of Wands. I always call this card the birth of light. What we have is a vision of a better future. A vision of a better future. This is the 2911 vibration. The word light vibrates to 2911. It is about shining your light. It is about putting your light out there. And what's happened is many people, because they had to stop doing what they were doing to survive, have had an opportunity to evaluate and start to think and be and act and live differently and shine their light, because they realize that there's no other option. Let's see the past. The star of hope. This is aspirational. As a past card, perhaps I'm gonna leave it and see what else comes up. The Five of Cups in the sky. This is sorrow, grieving, suffering. And I think what's happened, at least here in the US and probably everywhere, is all of this grief and suffering that COVID has created has opened us up to a grief and suffering of other things, of things from the past, of things from of traumas from the past that have been suppressed. It's like the floodgates opened. And then also, I think, pointing out how our beliefs create our suffering. Let's see what's in the immediate future. We have the Four of Wands here. This is a card, I always kind of see this card as a family. This is associated with Hesed, which is, in the Tree of Life, is the Sephiroth of mercy. It's connected to Jupiter. It's connected to vision, our vision, our depth of vision. It is connected to the past, the pillar of the past in the Tree of Life. And it is about wisdom and sort of bringing forth wisdom from the past. Now, what past is that? Is it the past of this life? Yes. Is it the past of previous lives? Yes. Being open to the wisdom of the past, of your past experiences, and up to this point, what has COVID taught you? How it's seen from the outside. A wheel of fortune, a change in fortune, for sure. So this is a big shift, a big change, a big change. Domestically, the moon is delusions. I did get it upside down though. Perhaps to point out the insanity of the idea that we really are separate. Hopes and fears. The Eight of Pentacles. We are all connected. We are all connected. And the outcome. The Nine of Cups. The Nine of Cups is, you know, a wish. It's a lovely card. I mean, I know that sort of Trump took over this card with the Smug Merchant, but in this deck, it's not the Smug Merchant. In this deck, it's the cups are filled. The cups are filled. Let's see if we can get a major arcana. We have the Seven of Cups. So this is all emotional stuff. That's delusion, right? Wishing, the Nine of Cups. Seven of Cups, delusion. This is stopping. This is stop, right? The swords are crossed. And the eclipse is there. We have an eclipse. We had that eclipse. What was it, 2017, that went right across the United States, kind of split the United States in two, and that's kind of what we're experiencing now. But this is being at a crossroads, and the eclipse is a time of shift and change and closing one door and opening another. And we have an eclipse coming in 7 days. Underneath it all, I have the Daughter of Swords, the Four of Swords, and the Eight of Swords. This is all mind. Swords are mind. Swords are mind. The Daughter of Swords, the Page of Swords, can be lies. It can be watching your back, you know, like listening to the wind. The Four of Swords is retreat. And the Eight of Swords is fear, but from the mind. So what I think I see here is that on some level the heart and mind need to come together, part of the lesson. But at the root, it's actually showing us that there's a different way. But we create it. We have to create it. We have to create it with our attention and with our intention. Hard lessons. Hard lessons. All right. My mother needs a bath, or needs a shower, and the girl who takes care of her. Usually there's two girls, but there's only one girl today, and so I have to help. So before I do that, I'm going to pull one more card. I'll be right back. Okay. We're going to pick one card from the Spirit of the Wheel Oracle deck on COVID. The lessons around COVID. Show us the lessons around COVID. This one jumped out. Oh, two more. Oh, goodness gracious, look at this. I have 3 cards that just jumped right out of the deck, and they all have similar themes. The first one is the 17. It's called Rest and Cleansing Moon. Balanced relationships, self-expression, and boundaries. 17. Let me see. I'm going to read right from the little booklet because this is way better than anything I can come up with. So this is Rest and Cleansing Moon. It says January 20th to February 18th. So that would be Aquarius. That would be the sign of Aquarius. You have a natural ability to give without expectation. Being gentle and caring towards others comes naturally for people born under the Rest and Cleansing Moon. You may find yourself being pulled in many different directions by those around you who need your help. Because you naturally put others first, this card serves as a reminder to maintain your personal boundaries. If you forgive others too easily, you set yourself up for being hurt. Be a doormat and others will try to take advantage of your good nature. People will respect and admire you more if you are clear about how much you are willing to give. Take a breather from the serious approach towards life. Express yourself in a positive and healthy way that brings you joy. You may suddenly take on new significance. Hidden creative talents may have been trying to surface find a voice. You will find any creative pursuits pleasurable and rewarding. Others will be naturally drawn to your exuberant energy. Joys abound, and take this time to nurture your spirit and surround yourself with the beauty you deserve. It says, Great Spirit, help me to release life's burdens by taking hold of the beauty and joy that is ever present within my connection to you. Okay, second card that came out was Cleansing, Spirit of the North, Releasing Burdens, Detoxification, and Energy Flow, number 29. Okay. The cleansing card signifies a time to release some of your heavy burdens and responsibilities. Cleansing means detoxifying on every level, spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical. Over time's burden create negativity and fatigue, which continue to build if we do not release them and breathe our way into a clearer, healthier lifestyle. Learn to live in the moment and move along life circumstances instead of fighting them. Sometimes we cannot change the circumstances that occur within our lives, but we have control over our own reactions. Let things unfold now, even if you are fearful of what lies ahead. Delegate some of the responsibilities you have recently taken on. Respect and nurture yourself by setting your own personal boundaries. This means helping others only when you are not sacrificing yourself in the process. Cleansing yourself will make room for more positive, healthier, and energy flow. And the prayer is, I open my mind and body to the spirit, body, mind, and spirit to the cleansing I need. Throughout the release of my burdens, I am more open to love and support myself and others. I think these cards are for me, but I guess they're for all of us. And the last one is Frogs Return Moon. Frogs Return Moon. Look at those frogs. Aren't they the cutest things? They look so happy. Building dreams, determination, and cooperation. The lessons of COVID, huh? Frogs are about healing and cleansing. They're the combination of earth and water, actually. Okay. The Frogs Return Moon card signals the perfect time to begin a venture or build upon a plan already in the works. The energy of this moon brings you the stamina, determination, and mental clarity to successfully plan, build, and create what you desire. Once you begin the process, your plans will quickly unfold. This is truly a time for planting the dream seed. We saw that in the card, right? In the end, the dream seed, right? The last card, the outcome card. Those born under this sign sometimes experience a disruption of their work because of their I can do it all myself attitude. This may very well be for me. Do not tackle the project alone. Be flexible and accept help and valuable input along the way. Working with others will help you reach your destination faster. Channel your stubbornness into determination. Work towards your dreams with a group mind attitude. Whether the group is your family, friends, or co-workers, their love and support will help you reach your dreams. Great Spirit, help me to have courage and the strength to build my dreams and to accept the loving support of others along the way. And this is April 20th to May 20th. So this is the Taurus energy. The Taurus energy. And Uranus is in Taurus right now, reminding us that we need to care for the earth. So, it's about rest, regaining your balance, cleansing yourself of toxic energy and toxins, and then working with others to build a better future. That, according to my cards, is the lessons of COVID. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Much love to you all, and I will see you again soon. Namaste.